African horse sickness has struck in the Western Cape, killing a prize Arabian stallion at a farm in Paarl, just outside of Cape Town. The disease is contracted through biting midges and remains a major threat if it were to spread. Veterinary officials were brought in to run tests on the remaining bloodstock.
Obviously, this farm has been individually quarantined, but we've put up a 50-kilometre sort of no-go zone where horses can't move in or out or through the area or within the area to stop people moving horses, because if you move an infected horse to another area, then the local midges there can bite it and become infected and spread it. So that's the main thing, is movement controls. We've also advised all the owners to stable their horses if they can. If they don't have stable facilities, is to spray them with insect repellent.
The new strict measures that have been put in place to mitigate against spreading the disease also include a minimum of 40 days quarantine and tighter control over horses participating in races. The horse racing industry is a big moneymaker, but so is the export of bloodstock overseas, where South African horses are known to have race-winning pedigree.
Our horses have a good name overseas to export to the EU. We try and abide by their protocols, and unfortunately if we have an outbreak like this, then we are immediately placed on a 2-year ban. So we are currently under a ban from the 2014 outbreak, and now of course we haven't quite got to the end of that one, and so we will now have another 2 years added on.
While Cape Town does have the only quarantine facility in South Africa, the horses will have to be moved off the continent in order to comply with EU export rules, driving up the costs and time period threefold.
At the moment, for export orders of horses, there is already an agreement where horses leaving South Africa actually go to Mauritius. They get quarantined in Mauritius, separate from Africa, and then move off to the rest of the world. But this is a very serious industry, and it's worth hundreds of millions of rands just in the export market, let alone what it offers in the economy locally.
Even though no other horses have tested positive for African horse sickness here in the Western Cape, there's been a complete lockdown. Veterinary officials are planning police roadblocks throughout the region so that restrictions are strictly adhered to. Travers Andrews, CCTV, Cape Town.